My parents died in a car accident when I was 12. 6 weeks later, I moved in with my aunt and uncle, my mom's older sister and her husband, because the will named them as guardians. The will also named them as trustees of the inheritance until I turned 18. For the first year, they were perfect. New room, new school, dinner on the table every night. I told myself I was lucky. Other kids in foster care didn't get this. It was my cousin who slipped first. She was 14, a year older than me, and she'd had 10 years of being their only kid before I showed up and cut her future inheritance in half. One night, half asleep on the couch, she said, "It won't matter once you're gone anyway," and then acted like she hadn't said anything at all. I started paying attention after that. Small things. My aunt asking, too casually, if I had any health problems. Runs in the family, you should tell us, she said. My uncle taking me hiking alone for the first time to trails he said were totally safe, standing a little too close to the edge of every overlook. A new life insurance policy with my name on it that I found by accident, folded into a stack of mail I wasn't supposed to see. I didn't have proof. I had a feeling and a stack of small moments that only added up if you were looking for the pattern, and I was. So I built a paper trail of my own. I photographed the mail. I kept a log, dates and times, on a notes app I disguised as a game folder. I started telling my English teacher where I was going on weekends, every weekend, just in case, like it was a joke. It wasn't a joke. The night it almost happened, my uncle knocked on my door at 9 p.m. and said he wanted to take me to dinner, just the two of us, to celebrate early before my birthday. No cousin, no aunt. He'd never once taken me anywhere alone in 2 years. I said, sure, let me grab my shoes, and texted my teacher from the bathroom. Heading out with my uncle, just us, back by 11, checking in like we talked about. She replied in under a minute, got it, call me the second you're back. When I came downstairs, I mentioned it out loud, casually, like small talk. I told Ms. Ray as we were doing this. She said to text her when we're back so she's not up worrying. My uncle's face didn't move much, just a half second too long before he smiled back. He said he'd forgotten he had work things to finish, and maybe we'd reschedule. We never rescheduled. 2 months later, my teacher did something I didn't know about until it was already done. She'd been keeping her own file the whole time. Every check-in text, every date, every just in case, and she'd quietly handed it to a school counselor and who was legally required to report it. That report is what triggered the investigation. Once caseworkers started looking into my home life, they didn't stop at the check-in texts. They pulled financial records too. Standard procedure whenever a minor's inheritance is involved. That's how the withdrawals on the trust account got flagged in the first place. That's when the surprise dinner made sense. Police pulled the GPS from my uncle's car. The route he'd planned that night didn't go to any restaurant. It went to the same overlook trail he'd taken me hiking on months before, the one where he kept standing too close to the edge. In the trunk, a hiking pack that wasn't mine, already packed. I'm 19 now. The court moved me to a different guardian before the review even finished. My aunt and uncle are still under investigation for the withdrawals and for something the detectives won't tell me the details of yet, except that it involves that trail. I still keep every receipt, every message, every date in a folder that isn't hidden as a game anymore, because I learned the hard way. The people who are supposed to protect you are the easiest ones to trust completely, right up until you can't.